Hello guys, welcome back. In the last lecture, we worked with basic validation rules to validate required attributes for work experience model and set them not to be blank. You can see in our work experience model that company, start date, employment type, job title, location and location type must be present and you cannot leave them empty. Okay, but we left the end date attribute without any validation and we will validate this attribute in this lecture with custom validations. But before doing that, let me explain that why we need to use custom validation for this end date attribute. Okay, so let's consider a real world example. If you are saying someone that you have 2 years of experience of working at a company, then that has two means. Either you are trying to say that you are still working at this company since last 2 years, or you worked at this company for 2 years from that date to some another date. Okay, so only one case is possible in this case, not both cases are possible. Okay, and that's why we have not added any default validation rule or any already available validation rule to validate our ended attribute. Okay, as validating this end date is always depends on the currently working here attribute as well. And in the schema.rb you can see that we have two attributes, that is currently working here, that is of type boolean, and the another is that is end date. Okay, so if currently working here is true, then end date cannot be present. Okay, it must be blank. Okay, if it is false, then end date must be present and it should be less than it should be greater than the start date always. Okay, so this is how we need to add validation for our ended attribute. Okay, and one more thing here, in this lecture while validating the end date, you will also learn that how to use custom and conditional validation together in a rails validation method. Okay, so enough talking and let's start validating the end date. So come to the work experience model again. Okay, and first we will add a custom validation to avoid users to provide values for both end date and currently working here attribute. Okay, so now to add a custom validation, we need to use validate method and then we need to provide a method name as argument. Okay, so let's write in this work experience model first, add a line break here, and here instead of validates, what we need to do, validate. Okay, you always need to mention you always need to make sure that if you are using already available validation rules or else provided default validation rules, what you need to use, validates. And if you are trying to implement custom validations, okay, then you need to use validate and then you need to provide your method name as argument. Okay, so what we can provide here is, let's say, work experience last date, work experience last date. Okay, and once you defined your method name, now you need to implement the method that you provided as validation rule. So we will implement this work experience last date method, so after this line, so we can use def and implement this. Okay, here in this method first we need to check if end date is present and currently working here is true. Okay, so what we can do here, simply we can use if end date dot present. Okay, and currently working here is true. Okay, by the way, one can think that why we are not checking the presence of currently working here attribute, because in rails nil and false will be considered as the same. Okay, so it means that this condition will return true only if currently working here is true and end date is present. Okay, so if this condition is true, what we need to do as the next thing, we need to add the error message here. Okay, so first end this if, and inside this if block we need to add the error messages for the work experience model instance. Okay, so errors dot add. Okay, and here what you need to do, provide the attribute name, end date, and then add your custom validation message. So what we can do here, end date must be blank if you are currently working in this company, must be blank if you are currently working in this company. Okay, first make the word rep so that our line will be in control. Okay, so save the model file, and now we need to test this work experience last date method on the rails console. Okay, so switch to the rails console and switch to the terminal and open the rails console. Okay, and here in the rails console first we need to instantiate our work experience instance. work experience dot new. Okay, and this time make sure that you provide all the attributes that are required, okay, along with end date and working, currently working here as true. Okay, so let's provide start date. Okay, here we can provide, let's say, date dot today minus 3 dot years. Okay, and then you can add the company name, sorry, company because it is not company name, and here let's say some company. Okay, and then you need to provide employment type, let's say full time, and then provide, let's say, location. It can be Indore, India, and then provide location type. Location type, let's say remote. Okay, and now provide job title. It's a senior software engineer. Okay, and now you need to provide the end date and currently working here attributes as well, and also provide user ID. So user ID, let's say user dot last dot id. Okay, and then end date, let's say it is date dot today minus 2 dot days. Okay, and then set currently working here as true, and set this to true. Okay, and now just create this instance, and here you can see this is our instance. So you can see that this is the start date 9 June 2020 and end date 7 June 2023, and currently working here is also present. Okay, so now we need to check whether our custom validation is working or not, and you can see that this is the custom validation we added, that if end date dot present and currently working here is true, then we need to raise a validation error, that is end date must be blank if you are currently working in this company. So now check if our work experience instance is valid or not. So we dot valid. Okay, you will see that it is returning false. That means this work experience instance is has some validation errors. Okay, now let's check we dot errors dot messages, and you will see that end date must be blank if you are working in this company. That means our custom validation has worked. Okay, and you can see the error clearly here, but we are not done here. We need couple of validation more for the end date. Okay, so after checking, after validating that both end date and currently working here cannot be present in the same work experience record, now we need to check that currently working here is not present or false, then end date must be present. I mean, whenever you create a work experience where you are not currently working, then your end date must be present. Okay, so we need to add another custom validation for that. So switch to the work experience model again, and here you need to define custom validation. So what we can do, validate, and here we can use, like, let's say presence of end date, presence of. Okay, and now we need to implement this method. So just after this method, what you can do, let's implement the validation logic here. Okay, and here what we can do, first say, let's say if end date is nil. Okay, and not currently working here. Okay, that means if currently working here is either nil or false and end date is nil, then we need to raise a validation error, that is end date must be present if you are not currently working in this company. Okay, so if this condition is true, then let's raise the validation error. So what we can do here, sorry, errors dot add, and here end date. Now we can say, let's say must be present if you are not currently working in this company. Okay, save this method, and now we need to test this test this validation for a work experience instance. Okay, so now save the work experience model and switch to the terminal. And now to use that, because we made changes into our model class and our rails console is still opening. Okay, so what we need to do, we need to reload the console, okay, to get that validation effect into our running console. So reload the rails console. Okay, run this. Now it is reloaded. So now what we need to do, we need to instantiate a work experience model where currently working here is false and end date is, let's say, nil. Or you can remove the end date from here. So let me provide end date as nil. Okay, now instantiate it, and you can see that this is our work experience instance where end date is nil but currently working here is false. Okay, so let's check whether the instance is valid or not. So what we can do, we.valid, and this will return false. Why? Because we added this custom validation where if currently working here is false, then and end date is nil, then we must raise a validation error, that is end date must be present if you are not currently working in this company. Okay, so now let's check we dot errors dot messages. Okay, when you run this, you will see end date must be present if you are not currently working in this company. Okay, and we got this validation failed because user is not currently working in that company and still the end date is empty. Okay, now we need to add the last validation for end date here. Okay, and that is if the end date is present and user is not currently working here, then the ideally the end date must be greater than the start date. Okay, because you cannot choose an end date that is less than the date when you started work in that in a particular company. Okay, so we need to add a custom validation for it as well. And to implement the validation, we need to make it conditional as well. Okay, because sometimes it will make sense to validate an object only when a given predicate is satisfied. Okay, you can do this by using the if or unless option, which can take a symbol, a proc, or an array, or a method. Okay, you may use if option when you want to specify when the validation should happen. If you want to specify when the validation should not happen, then you may use the unless option. Okay, so let's do that using if option. So switch to the work experience model again, and here what we need to do, we need to implement another custom validation, but this time we need to make it conditional. Okay, so validate, and here what we can do, end date greater than start date, greater than start date. Okay, and here what we can do, if, then we need to make a method here that is currently not working here, currently working here, and make it currently not working here, and add a question mark after this name. Okay, why? Because we will use this currently not working here method to return a boolean output. Okay, and as a best practice, whenever you implement a method that should return a boolean output, add a question mark after it. Okay, so what we can do here now, just copy this, and first we need to implement this method that we are using as a condition. So def currently not working here, and here you can simply provide this not working here. Okay, so this will return false if you are not working there. Okay, else it will return as if you are working there. If you are not working here, it will return true. Okay, so now we need to end this implement this ended greater than start date validation method. So let's do that. Def. Okay, and now in this method we need to add our validation rule. Okay, so first of all, let's add a return line that we will return if end date is nil. Return if end date dot nil. Okay, now if end date is not nil, then we need to check if end date is less than start date. Start date. Okay, and then if this condition true, we need to raise a validation error, that is errors dot add, and here what we can do, end date, and then it must be greater than start date. Okay, save it, and now we again need to go to the Rails console and reload it to test this method whether this conditional validation is working or not. Okay, so switch to the Rails console, reload it. Okay, and then instantiate your experience model again, but this time provide currently working here as false and set the end date that is less than the start date. Okay, so what we can do here, date dot today. Okay, here you can see that start date we choose as date dot today hyphen 3 dot years, minus 3 dot years. So what we can do here, a date is date dot today, sorry, minus 4 dot years. Okay, and create this instance or instantiate the model. Okay, now you will see that we are getting start date as 9 June 2020 and end date as 9 June 2019. That means our end date is less than the start date now. Okay, now check the validity of this instance. So what we can do, we.valid, you can see we are still getting the false. Okay, now if you look for the validation error message here, so we dot errors dot messages, you will see end date must be greater than start date. Okay, and that's it. You can see that all our custom validations here are working fine and as expected. Okay, and this is just an example of implementing the custom and conditional validations. You can use the same idea to write the custom validations for your other requirements as well, but the main purpose to show you how to write custom validation was served here. Okay, and that's all from this lecture. Now we will meet into the next lecture with another validation rule, that is inclusion. Okay, so now here you can see that we are manually providing the value for employment type and location type. In the next lecture what we will do, that we will create an array of values for both employment type and location type, and then we will set a validation rule that user can only choose values from the value provided from our side. Okay, so meanwhile, try this lecture at your end, and we will meet into the next lecture. Till then, tata, goodbye, take care, and stay safe.